Hello there. So I'm going to explain you how to work with Mantis bug tracker. This application is web-based, so you need to install it on your server, or if you're working for some firm or small business, then you're likely to have this installed by system administrator, and they will give you login credentials, and from there you can just log in and start using the application. Okay, so if the password doesn't match, it will show some error. Once you get the password and username correct, you will be presented with this screen where you have to first add the project. Currently I'm the administrator. As you can see from here, I'm administrator, so I can add project, users, tags, categories, web profiles, custom fields and plugins, along with other configuration settings. So first we will add the project name as mobile website test. So if you are testing the current release or stable release or obsolete release, then you have to choose the respective options. Also, you can choose the development release if you are testing side-by-side development. After that, select if it allows global categories. View the status for public for those users who are viewers to this project. Add the description, like say mobile website test on all screen resolutions. Then add the project. Okay, now click on proceed, or it will automatically proceed you to that point. You can see the project is listed here. Enabled is crossed X, status is development, mobile website related information. You can add the category for this as general. You can add it for mobile. Now that category will be added in this global categories. Okay, after that you can also edit the tags by which you will be able to relate with the project. So mobile website category. Okay, now click on create tag. After that we will go for adding new users. You have to click on manage users, where you can see already I have it, which is Mahesh, that is me. You can create new account by clicking on create new account. So this will give you option for adding username, say any name like tester1, real name tester, email is tester1@gmail or something. After that you have access level, which is basically a reporter who is going to log the defects and just update them whenever they are tested. There is also viewer. Usually viewers are clients who cannot do anything other than viewing the defects or seeing the status of those defects. After that there is updater. Updater is usually a developer or tester or senior tester who wants to update the status of defect and also to the testers. So each level starts from low too high. For example, viewer has less privileges compared to reporter because he gets to add defect. Updater gets to modify the defect or defer them. After that, developer can do much more than updater and reporter. They can log the defect, close the defects, and they can also defer the defects or pass to the seniors like managers or administrators. Managers can take care of all these users, their defects. They can close, defer, or just pass the defects. Also take care of the profiles and some of the changes to update. Administrator takes care of all these users. For example, me, I can take care of every user and his access levels. Also, there is enable tab, which is marked and protected. You should not use it by default. So after that, just click on create user and the user will be created. There is also a button for manage go bug profiles. Here you can select the platform, also operating system, OS version, and other description. Platform could be related to your software under test. Operating system like Windows, Mac, or Linux. OS version to specifically trace the problem. You need this. So these three fields are mandatory. Then you have manage plugins. As of now, you have two plugins installed, which is core and formatting. Also, the access for this plugin is given here. Import export issues, which is add XML based support to this. Also Mantis graphs, which is official plugin, let you add graph to this bug tracker. Not necessary to use, however you can choose to use it if you want more interesting take on the data, like defect can be shown in chart, so visually that appearance is much better. Also we have manage custom fields. You can add new custom fields and that goes to our particular project's defect tracking template. For example, right now we have name, project count, type, possible values, and default value for these custom. For example, you can add approval custom field to the template if it is not included here. Now let's check the issues. Our current project has no issues by default, so we will log first issue by clicking on report issues. Okay, let's select the category, which is for mobile project. Then if the bug is reproducible sometimes, or it has always, sometimes random, have not tried, unable to reproduce. So let's go for sometimes. Severity is feature wise, trivial, text, tweak, minor, major, crash, and block. These two are serious one. After that, major is another showstopper, and then minor and tweak are the two based on some of the mistakes of developer or feature related. Text based is another minor. Trivial is usually ignored. Feature wise can be taken care of by developers. So let's say feature wise. Then priority low, so developer should fix it or consult with the tester or manager to fix it. Then it should be low. None should be no priority at all, so they can ignore it or fix it on their own time. Normal should be treated as a part of a routine priority. So that high and urgent should be fixed, and immediate should take first priority here. So let's go for low. So that platform is, let's say, Selenium, OS Linux 1404, Ubuntu, or let's just say Ubuntu 1404. Assigned to should have the name of the user. After that, let's say mobile website doesn't load properly on tablet 500 by 400. So resolution, mobile website breaks on tablet interface. Step to reproduce, open the http demowebsite.com. so this should be our, then check the interface on tablet for respective size using web developer responsive option. Okay, so that is pretty much the step. Any additional information if you want to give, it should be public so that others can see. Report stay, check to report more issues. So let's click on this or leave it, then submit the report. Okay, so the project should go in our view issues page. Do note that the time here is relative to the server time. So wherever your application is installed, the time will be used from that server. So if you're working for offshore client, then chances are that your bugs are logged as per the time on that server. Okay. Okay, so our issue is added. View the submitted issue. You can click on it or it will auto redirect to the specific issue. Okay, so we will check all the bugs in your page. So as you can see, I have my first bug listed here on view issues page. Let's just click on it. Okay, it is not opening for now. So as you can see, the page lists ID, which is ID of the bug or issue. After that, name of project, category, status, date submitted, last updated, who is reported, which is me, assigned to, which is again me, priority is low, severity, OS, resolution, platform, OS version. Okay, so there is also summary which I added here, description, step to reproduced. So if you add any URL, it will have it here. There must be tags, but I didn't add any tags, which I can do right now. After that, I can issue a new relationship, parent of, child of, duplicate of to a particular bug, and then click on add. After that, I can upload file and give them screenshots, or if any PDF file or Word file containing more information about the bug or issue. After that, number of users can be added here who should look at this issue. After that, you can also add more notes by clicking here and click on add note. Then if this issue is modified, any of the fields are modified on this page, it will show the history of that here, so you will understand that who is tampering with this page, who is making changes. So everything is visible, which it should be in case of commercial project or small business project, or even for open source. Okay, now I clicked on change log link, which is showing me nothing for now because there are no logs. Also, now we will take a look at roadmap. As you can see, roadmap is also not established because we have yet to add users to the project, number of issues are less. Also, we have yet to add some of the other data related to the issues. We can now go to manage. I will have to log in again. Okay, so this gives you option to manage users, manage project, manage tags, which we earlier discussed. There's also manage configuration. Okay, so the configuration here is listed as database configuration for the project. Also username related, for example, for which user what should be the configuration options type for that. Also there are filters that we can use the default filter or reset all the filters. And then there is permission report, who is allowed to do what and not, right? For example, like I said, viewer will be given read-only access, reporter will be given a little more access levels, like users using filters, attachments. Project level is not allowed, custom fields not allowed, and few other things like adding profiles. Updater can use a few more access controls, but developer and manager can use much more, out of which manager can use pretty much everything except few access levels like creating a project, deleting them, etc. Administrator gets everything except the email address of users and their passwords. So password is a field given to each user and is not interfered with any other person. Then there is workflow threshold and workflow transition. Okay, so we get to select how one should go with that. We can override the setting for viewer, reporter, etc. depending on our project. In case of viewer, who is often the client wants to see something, monitor, so we can use this button to let him access that. Okay, so after that, workflow transitions. Okay, so this is similar. You can change the workflow of each type of users, their issues to be overridden. Then there is email notifications. And then there are manage columns, which you can use to add or remove depending on the usage. So that one more field we left out here is summary, which should be available once all your project is completed and the bugs are listed. Okay, so once you have more projects listed here, there will be a lot of important data that you can print out, and you can see here how many are resolved, opened and balanced. So that is pretty much the view of Mantis bug tracker. If you want to do manual testing for website or say open source software, I suggest you to download this on your computer, start testing and reporting bugs so that you will get used to this application, and from there you can add more users and then learn from each other how they can successfully use it for bug tracking. If you are planning to use it for your small business or some other commercial usage, then trying it first on your own computer is very helpful. Okay, so I hope this tutorial gave you some walkthrough of this bug tracker, and thanks for watching.